So I found some more instances of mixed bloom on potted plants. So I just wanted to show you how it sort of varies by variety. This one is Dwarf Hawaiian, and look at, I mean, you've got a lot of leaves and then some flowers, but the panicle itself is that dark red, sort of a burgundy color. You know, I know this is tough to do, but what I do is, when I find it, is just cut it off. And now that I think we're past cold weather, whatever happens, you know, whatever new growth happens should be pure, you know, like regular growth, not mixed bloom. And here, this one is Super Julie, and there are 4 different panicles coming out of here. No fruit set, but there were some flowers. I guess there were 5 or 6, look at that. But I mean, here's a little leaf bud, I think, forming, could be a flower bud. But the bottom line is that, you know, sometimes these panicles, you know, that, well, they're sort of a blend between a flower panicle and a shoot that, you know, supports regular leaves. Sometimes they will produce a branch, but I don't think they're ever as vigorous as just a regular, you know, regular bud. So what I'm going to do in this instance is just cut it back. Just want to take off the panicles, really. So I'm going to try to, I guess we'll have to go past this one. So this top of the, so taking off that, and hopefully we'll get a branch here, here, and there. It'll be a much stronger tree, I think. Then we have this one here, just coconut cream, and you know, that is a fine looking leaf. It's pretty darn big compared to the rest of the tree. We do have some flowers, but again, you know, we've got the panicle, you know, really showing that it is a flower panicle with a difference in color. When you have a shoot that is producing only leaves, it's never going to be that color, that red color. So I'm just going to cut it back. And so this plant can now grow as a plant and not have that crazy mixed bloom. Now the final one is sea tong, or sometimes sea tong, and I'm probably mispronouncing that, I apologize. But here we have a panicle, pure bloom, that's lovely. Right over here, also a panicle, but it's a mixed bloom panicle. There are only leaves on this, but the way it's growing, it's just wimpy, and it's never going to be right. So I'm just going to cut that entire shoot off and throw that away. Then we have another one over here, pure bloom, that can stay. And this is sort of weird. We had mixed bloom and actually set some fruit. I don't think either one of those fruit is going to hold. This is definitely not going to hold. And this one, it looks a little bit too yellow for that stage. So I'm just going to cut off that whole thing, that, you know, the mixed bloom that has a flower. And hopefully, this is a 7-gallon plant, so it could support a couple of fruit. Hopefully one of these pure blooms is going to produce at least 1 fruit, and we'll be able to taste sea tong this year. So there's 4 different instances of mixed bloom and potted plants. And as you know, I always try to remove the bloom, well, with the mixed bloom, because I've never seen it grow as well as just a normal shoot that produces only leaves.